Congratulations, the bills are signed.
Whoa.
There you go. Thank you. Thank you, Mama.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're going. We had the voice, and the victory is won.
Everyone who helped on this campaign. It was a long time coming, but it came. And thank you. Thank you all.
Let's give them a round of applause.
Can I say something?
I'm going to sign an executive order today. Will require local governments and police departments all across the state, about 500, to develop a plan that reinvents and modernizes police strategies and programs in their community. They must formulate a plan. They have to address the use of force by police officers, crowd management, community policing, bias awareness, de-escalation, restorative justice, community-based outreach. They have to have a transparent citizen complaint disposition procedure. So if you make a complaint, it's not just yelling out the window. You find out what happened to that complaint. They should talk about appropriate equipment, what's not appropriate equipment, and any other issue that that community believes is relevant. That discussion has to happen with the community participants in the room. That plan then has to be enacted into local law. Every city, every county. It has to be done by April 1. If it's not done by April 1, and if it's not passed, they're not going to be eligible for state funding. Period. And look, it's simple. This is something that has to be done anyway. Because what we know is certainly true, is there is no trust between the community and the police. That's what the protests have said. There's no trust. And if there is no trust, the relationship doesn't work. If there's no trust, the police can't effectively police. If there's no trust, the community is not going to allow the police to police. And there is no trust, or there is a breach of the trust, and that has to be restored and repaired. And the only way to do it is to get in a room, get to the table, let everyone say their piece, and let's figure it out community by community all across this state. It will be statewide. No other state has done it, but New York State will lead the way. The Speaker said, and the Senate, the New York State Legislature has quickly passed the most aggressive reforms in the nation. I'm going to sign those bills in a moment. 58 reforms, so there's transparency. We're banning chokeholds. Attorney General Special Prosecutor, ending false race-based 9/11 reports. Here, making every police agency come to the table with the community. That should be done in every police agency.
I joined the civil rights movement as a teenager. I grew up a boy preacher in Brooklyn. When I was 13, I became part of Dr. King's branch here. We were told you start with demonstration to lead to legislation, then reconciliation. Without the legislation, the demonstration is just an exercise. We work out every morning, the governor and I. This is not exercise. It is to change things. And by signing these bills is bringing about the change.
It goes back to Dr. Martin Luther King, 1968. It is systemic discrimination and injustice in this nation.
What this Assembly Speaker and this majority leader in the Senate is doing is legislating what we demonstrated about. We will monitor it and make sure that it is enforced, but we had nothing to enforce, which is why we had to keep going. These bills mean some substantive change so that we won't be sitting here going over this after the next funeral and after the next situation.
Number of lives lost is 42 yesterday. You see the overall trend on this is down, and the numbers are probably at such a low level that I don't know they'll drop much more than where we are. But this is also a far way from where we've come. We wish all the families who lost loved ones that they find peace, and we'll remember them in our prayers. You can see the journey over the past 100 days. We went right up the mountain. The number increased quickly, and then it took us a long time to come down.
For your leadership, I'm certainly so happy to be here at.
I had one person on the street tell me, I can't see the virus. Can you see the virus? There is no virus. I mean, people had all sorts of theories. States that have reopened too quickly or uncontrolled are now starting to close down. So, we are the exact opposite. Since we've reopened, the number has continued to go down. Believe it or not, we reopen, it continues to go down because we've been disciplined in our reopening. And that's what we have to continue to do.